At least there's one actor who is willing to step forward to address these issues that Hollywood is trying its hardest to keep hidden. And despite all of the attacks, all of the horrific things that he has had to deal with for saying these things that he did in this video, he is still out here trying to warn us about things that we need to be aware of. So this is what Dennis Quaid said in this interview that he did recently. Starvation, death, and destruction. Superstar actor Dennis Quaid makes strange warning to society. So there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot that he talked about in this interview. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into that, and we'll kind of go from there. So this is what he had to say when he was talking with Fox News about this.
Prayer. Dennis Quaid joins me now. So people have tried to take out our energy grid. There was some sort of attack with weapons many years ago in California.
There's been several attacks on substations. I heard about one a couple of months ago. But at a GMT event, like a bad actor could take out through a Chinese balloon, for all we know, just 30 days without electricity. It would take us back to 1880, and you wouldn't be able to get gas, you wouldn't be able to get food.
And this is the crazy thing. I mean, he's completely correct about this. Dennis Quaid is 100% correct about this, which is why it's so important for people to learn how to become self-reliant and self-sustainable. And of course, that's something that a lot of people aren't aware of, that people aren't preparing for an event like this. Do you not realize how chaotic society is going to be when something like this happens? What happens to... You know, just think about the way that our society is going right now with all of these people that are living in these fantasy worlds where, you know, I mean, we all see it all around us, right? It's the type of ideology that Hollywood is pushing especially. And it's one of those things where if something like this happens, a power grid goes out, all of those people are done, okay? There's no way they're going to survive that, which is why it's so important for us as a society to prepare, to be strong, to be, you know, be able to handle something like this that happens, but we're just not. As well, there's people that are, but the majority of us are not.
Talking about it.
There are plans for hurricanes, there are plans for snowstorms, there are plans for earthquakes. There is no plan for a cyber attack that would be infinitely longer in duration and more widespread than any of those natural disasters.
Yep, and that is all 100% true.
Would pay for it. The utilities companies don't want to pay for it. It's something we could put in our budget over time, and we get about $50 billion of a, what is it, a $5 trillion budget that we have. But over time, this is something that if it does happen, it's going to make the COVID look like a kid's show.
Wow. I mean, 50 billion.
So, I mean, and as someone who is very libertarian when it comes to a lot of these things, I also don't think that it should be solely the government's responsibility for this. I mean, I don't really trust the government, to be honest, with a lot of this type of stuff. So I'm not going to say that I totally agree with him when it comes to some of that. And this is probably a bigger issue than a lot of the things that we are currently focusing on. So what Dennis Quaid is doing here is he's warning us about this. He's telling us, hey, wake up, guys. This is exactly what we need to be preparing for. These are the actual things that we need to be worried about.
Billion, we send that to Ukraine in about a week.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be that much to do.
So I appreciate the fact that he is coming out here to talk about this, to step up and actually address some of these issues that so many people in Hollywood, these celebrities, don't actually want to talk about. Celebrities want to just focus on all of these societal things that are destroying us as a society. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. What do you think about what Dennis Quaid is saying here? Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.